So everybody said that they have this. That's great. If you don't, it'll be in your email. All these webinars, you receive a certificate of participation, which could be used for your annual learning plan or for CEs, which is continuing education. And that's a nice little bonus. So let me get to the beauties themselves. This is the outline. It's free download, and it tells you everything basically about it. These missions are broken up into 50, 100, 500, and 1,000 point missions. That's the level of difficulty, basically. Just to tell you that's just an easy way of looking at it. It's level of difficulty. But there's everything in here for beginner right to advanced students. And the first thing I did, so now I'm going to talk in the past tense because in the present because I'm doing it and I've done it. The first thing I did was I gave them this activity tool right here, which is the missions sheet, which allows them to track their missions as they're completing them. And it makes them feel good. So I'll show you on the other end what that looks like over here. It is this here from the actual Playground Missions book. So they will actually knock off the missions once they've completed them. And they get that sense of accomplishment. Yay. And that's when I report back to them that, hey, it's done. They're like, yes, on to the next mission. But it's very much like the Amazing Race. So they have that sense of accomplishment before they go on to the next one. Like I said, each day you upload these simple, here's the lesson of the day. So here's day one's lesson, which includes 2 missions. This is exactly how it's going to work. So this was my Monday last week. I uploaded this and I included mission 7 and mission 13, which is right here, 7 and 13. So I uploaded this particular sheet, this PDF, and missions 7 and 13. And let me show you right now how easy it is to do that. So when you have this document, this, I don't know how many pages, 34-page free 30-day document that I have, which by the way, it's more than 30 days. This will last you 6 weeks to 8 months, or 6 to 8 weeks. Sorry. Here's how easy it is to upload a 1-page mission from this. So if you don't know, watch this because this amazed me when somebody finally taught me how to do this. You press print. So this is a 34-page document, right? But you press print like I did. Then you go up here. I'm going to make sure my audience view is on so that you're watching what I'm doing. Good, good, good. Okay. You're going to go up here and you're going to choose print to file, whatever your certain print to file is. Mine is called Microsoft Print to PDF. You choose that instead of your printer because you don't want to print a piece of paper. Okay. Then it's page 4 that I want, and only page 4. I want it made into a PDF. And so when I press print down here, it's going to print to a folder in my computer and it'll tell me where I want to put it. It'll make 1-page PDF for me. Then I upload it. And the beauty of this 30-day plan with these missions is that I can upload it no matter what program I'm using. So I use a program called Edsby. Some of you are using Google Classroom, D2L, God only knows, Zoom, whatever the heck it is that you're being asked or forced to use. These work no matter what. And what I do is I upload them into a Google Drive and I put 1 week's worth in advance. And then my students hand the work to me day by day. And I do a quick evaluation, feedback, check it off my list, boom. Okay, so this is how easy it is. So I have all the missions up at the top here. I have my students. And then as you can see, I do quick evaluation over here as I go along. So I can track, I know what students, where they're at. If they've missed a mission, I can encourage them, oh, you missed that one. Easy peasy, because you have way too many students, right? Am I right? Yeah. Plus you've got a life, a family, okay? A lot of us are living with different stresses and different situations. So we need this to be easy, yet on their end, on the student's end, where there's probably a lot of stress too, obviously, or 4 siblings fighting to share 1 computer, we know all the stories. We need it to be something that's fun and simple, and yet still getting them reading, writing, speaking, and listening in French. Raise your hand if you like that idea. I mean, we're not going to give up what we really want them to do, are we? I don't think so. Let me show you some of these missions, okay? So this one asks to do mission 7 and 13. So let's take a quick look at 7 and 13. Scroll down and go faster than that. Here's 7. And what I love about this missions book is they have the missions in either French instructions or English instructions. Okay, so normally, even with those grade 9 applied students who I said they hate French, they don't like French, so they're that difficult, I'd still give it to them in French usually. But this time I'm actually giving to them in English because I know their parents are with them and sometimes, you know, helping them if they're stuck or stuff like that. And whatever is the case, it's great. But I just want all the parents and the students to be on the same page. We're a team. But basically all they do is they're going to watch the video that's there. So they're going to click on it. It's a PDF, so it's just clickable. It's literally click on the document. And they watch the video and they have to draw in here a minimum of 15 words or expressions, okay, from the video. So they're drawing things and labeling things. They're building their own vocab bank for the next missions that are to come. So sure, we start off easily, all right? Or if you have beginning students, it might take them a while, and that's okay too. A little engagement in French is not a bad thing. Then the same day, they still have to do mission 13. Mission 13 is an awesome task called 1, 2, 3, cochon. So the theme is numbers, clearly. And what they have to do here is that they have to read the numbers, but when a dancing pig is covering a number, they can't say the number. They have to say cochon. So let's try it. 1, 2, 3 cochons. 5, 6, 7 cochons. 8, 9, 10 cochons. 13, 14, 15, 16 cochons, 17, 18, 19 cochons, 21 cochons, oui, 23, 24, 25 cochons, 27, 28, 20. Oh, I said 29, sorry. So I messed up. So I have to restart again. So what my students have to do is they have to read all 50 words in less than 30 seconds, or I'll be nice. I can make it a minute if I wanted to. In less than 30 seconds, and they can't say the number behind the dancing pig. They have to say cochon. They will audio tape that, and they have already. We've already done this. So they audio tape it or they videotape without their faces, and they simply upload that file, and I get to listen to their French, which it's awesome because I miss it. So I listen to the French, I take the rubric, I quickly evaluate, I provide feedback, particularly with numbers, if they're going, you know, 42, 43, 44, 48, right, whatever. So I just give them a little encouragement as we go through, and then boom. So raise your electronic hand if you think that's kind of cool. Nice way to start. Day 1, nice way to start. Doesn't matter, even if you got older students, whatever. Day 2 says just do one mission, mission 33. Mission 33 is one of those, what we call in Ontario, Oué games, or J'ai Kia games. Okay, so if you've never played this before, let me explain. So these 35 cards, basically they get cut up. They get cut up into you cut up these cards into 35 cards. And quite simply, what you're going to do is in a classroom, you would hand them out to your students. Easy peasy. So every student would have 1 or 2. And you can start at any card. And let's just say if we start at the top one here, where it says de, like here, there it goes. Can you see that? I gotta make sure that you can see. Yeah, okay. So if you start in the top left corner there, it would be de, and then it says the number 5, so they'd have to say 5. They'd have to read the number. Well, whoever has the card that has the written number 5 at the top, that person would read, oh, j'ai 5, où est? And then they read the number 9. So the next person who has 9 on the top written would go, oh, j'ai 9, où est D6, or what is that in French, sir? Yeah, so 6. So basically, that's all we do. We do 6. So boom, boom, boom. Well, now they're doing it from home. What do? They have to cut out the cards. They have to scramble them up in a box or bag, and they have to pour them out like a puzzle. Then they have to make a super long line of 35 in a row, like dominoes. It doesn't matter what one they start with, they will end, it'll work out. Like this one starts with de, ends with de. They could start with 22, they'll end with 22. Okay, that's just how it works. So they have to put it in order, and then they have to read them to me. So there's 2 things: snap a picture that you put them in order, and then read them to me. Okay, so the teacher that was asking that question says, what if you know you teach 2 children, say a grade 5 and a grade 7 or whatever, what do you do? Okay, first of all, it's up to you, first of all, what you can do. I would say this is new to us. COVID, they're stuck at home. Definitely feel free for the first while to have them doing the exact same things. Don't worry about it. And then I would break off. Or you just right away even though this says lesson 1, see here, lesson 2 in this case, day 3, day 4, you pick which ones you want them to do. So you assign them differently. And you also have control over the level expectation of what you want them to do with it. So I told you that they had to cut it out and string it into a long string. Maybe you don't make the grade 5 student do that, but the grade 7 student has to. So that's the beauty of this. It's so open to creative interpretation and what you want to do. So day 3 has them now doing missions 1 and 20. The theme is changed to now à l'école. So let's check out 1 and 20, just so you have an idea. Which one was it? 1 and, okay, perfect, because 1, I can show you what a really good one looks like, because the missions book comes with an exemplar. So this is what a completed mission 1 looks like. That's awesome. So mission 1 is you listen to this or watch this music video from YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, I hope every single one of you are sending the Friday French funnies to your students every Friday. Please tell me we in the question box if you're doing that. And if no, I've got to send them to you, because this is how we keep smiles on the faces of our students. Okay? They're corny, they're cringy, they're sometimes funny. Okay, like Caesar sang. This is how we keep people, you know, we keep these in this tense situation, so we keep these wonderful students of ours smiling and missing us, basically. Okay, and the next one was 20, was it not? I believe it was 20. So 20 sends them on a little scavenger hunt with their friends and family and social friends as well. So they have to find people who have this attribute, whether it's are wearing a blue shirt or have a pet or have saved whales at one time or refuse to eat broccoli, were born in September, are an only child, stuff like that. So they'll fill out the name of the person and then they'll mark the initials themselves. And then following the école thing is the game I was telling you about. Okay, so the next day, so this is day 4. So all my students did this last Friday. And I had students, more than one, doing it with their parents. I love it. When they handed it in, it actually said mom, had their name and mom beside it. So what was it, 31? So the missions book is 108 pages. But when you need to choose a specific mission, you'll print to file, okay, your pages or pages that you want. So I print to file all the missions I want for the week and I upload them to the Google Drive for my classroom. Okay, this is a fun game that you can play, and here's a great way to show you about variation. If you have beginner students, what's the mission for this one here, number 31? The mission is to simply literally translate all these words. So I just want you to write underneath here what these are. And maybe that's the only mission, because it's going to take them a good half an hour to do this. Let's move up to novice intermediate. Tell them to go through their home and they have to find as many of these objects as they possibly can, snap a picture or draw a picture and label. Okay, that would be the next step. If you have maybe older students and you want to challenge them, like I have my grade 9s and even my grade 9 applieds, I made them do this, right? So this is an awesome game in class as it is. What happens is you could play with 2 to 4 players or 2 to 4 teams. One team would pick a crayon and they have to make their way down to stylo. Another team would pick, for example, bureau, and they would have to make their way from bureau to pupitre, okay? And what happens is, on your journey there, you have to claim boxes. So say the crayon team wants to have cahier, they have to do whatever you tell them, whether it's use the word in a sentence, find the object from a pile, or translate it, okay? Or point to a picture, whatever they need to do to gain that box. And once they do, the crayon team owns this. That means the bureau team can't slither this way and cross through. They cannot. They could diagonally try to go around it, but that's about it. So each team takes their turns doing the task to gain the box. When both players or all teams agree that that's the correct answer, they finally earned that, they get to have that box and the other team cannot cross. So I had actually had students playing this with their parents because they actually uploaded the sheet once the sheet was done. So there was two different colors, not yellow like I did. So there was two different colors, obviously, and the game was played. Is everybody, are you understanding basically the idea? I'm going to skip through some of the missions and tell you some of the ones that I love. I mean, they're all great, but I want to show you some of my faves. Okay, so let me just see here. They could play online. That's not a bad advice. So they could play online. That was neat. Knock yourself out. Absolutely. I can't with my students, so I don't. So I have them do any of the 4 things that I explained to you that you could possibly do with that. The next one here is a lot of people's favorite. If you have the French program missions book, this is your favorite. I know it's everybody's favorite. It's Les Couleurs, which is the first step is do a video with it, and then the second step is have your students record them doing this board in 30 seconds. But it ain't easy, my friends.
Wait a minute. What is this? The French Color Challenge? Read the colors from left to right all the way to the bottom in under 30 seconds? Let me see. Bleu, jaune, vert, orange, blanc, bleu. Oh. You try it. Under 30 seconds. Read the French colors left to right all the way to the bottom. Go. Did you do it?
They don't read the words like rouge, orange, bleu, jaune, brun, bleu. No. They have to read the colors. So they're going to go row by row. It has to be by row. So they'll go this way, and then they'll go to the next row, and the next row, and the next row. And they have to read the color. So it has to be, they have to do this. Now, I did allow it could be over 30 seconds, but the challenge was try to do it in 30 seconds or under if you do not, have it. Oh yeah, absolutely. So exactly the people are going, oh my God, students would love this. They're gonna love all these missions. This one in particular is absolutely fun, but they're gonna have fun with all of them. And then another student says, do you have to purchase the missions book to have it? Easy answer for you. This 30-day pack was made for the missions book so that you could just easily use it with it, which is a full color download, which I'm going to give you a discount code. So I'm going to show you that really quickly. But you could do it without it. It'd be a little bit harder, but I realized after I made it that you could actually use it without the missions book, especially if you wanted to create your own missions and stuff like that. But I mean, God, who has time? Okay. But it's going to be like $20, $30 Canadian, which US means it's free. So yeah, because I'm gonna give you, it's already on sale on the Educa Rock website, and I'm gonna give you a discount code called Missions25, which will knock another 25% off of that, and you get the full 108 full colored book that goes with it. Okay, and so if you do have the book, then boom, you upload the 2 missions, the 1 mission of the day, you upload the day plan, and then they just return the work when it's done. That's how beautiful it is. Okay, so you like this color one, awesome. You're gonna like some of these others. I just gotta erase my little beautiful drawings and get my pointer back. So just to show you the variety of things, I'll just stop at certain things. For example, mission 17 called Au Placard. This is where they're gonna race to the cupboards and they're gonna have to find products that have the, no, it's better if I show you. There it is. Okay, so they're gonna race to the cupboards and they have to find objects that have these ingredient names: flour, pasta, beans, rice, vinegar, whatever it is. Okay, if you're lucky and you live in Canada, the products are going to have the French and English on it, or if you live in the northern United States, same thing. Okay, a lot of the products actually have the French right on it, but most likely it won't where your region is. So what they have to do is go, okay, that's what I'm looking for. Find an object that has that, then find the French equivalent, whether it's through an English dictionary, online, whatever, I don't care what it is. But then they have to say what product it is that they found. So for example, les céréales. So they had to identify that it was a cereal box, and then they put the product name. Okay. So yeah. So that is a cool challenge. And so what I did not expect was parents complimenting me, sending me thank yous. That doesn't happen as a high school teacher. If anybody's a high school teacher, they'll tell you that is rare. That is really rare, and especially during COVID time. So I'm getting messages from parents going, it's really cool watching my child run around the house doing all these things and these challenges. I mean, God, this thing is filled with them. I hope you understand. It is 6 weeks guaranteed, but it's up to 8 weeks, I'd say, worth of missions for them to be doing. There are things like à la mode, so they do watch a video and they have to collect vocab and draw pictures for fashion. Then they have to go grab this catalog page that is here, and they fill out an order form that's also included, and you give them 300 virtual dollars, and they have to see how many products can you buy off the catalog page within the $300. So it's a nice little math and numeracy exercise. There's a lot of literacy and numeracy with these missions. Then they have to do a défilé de mode. They have to plan out a fashion show using the vocab they already acquired the day before. The next one is chez moi. So they're learning about the house. So they're watching an awesome video on the house, and they label and draw things. Then they run around the house. What is this, mission 18? So let's show you mission 18. So then they run around the house, and they have to find things like Kleenex boxes, the refrigerator, a cell phone, a microwave oven, a toaster, a pillow, whatever it is. And they have to measure it using SI, so using centimeters, meters, and stuff like that. And they're learning about length, width. So basically, I think you get the picture of why I'm in love with this. I wish I could show you my students' work. My student work is amazing. And I'm telling you, because of these mission type things that I do with them, and because of the DJ Dolph dailies, the 310 videos, they're amazing. Those 310 videos, subject of the day, riddle of the day, song of the week, picture of the week, where I just upload it, my students work on it, and then they just send me the work. Oh my God. Those are what I do in class. Those two things have absolutely changed my students' minds about French. This one here is they take a clean English song that they love and they have to translate it. Oh, and then I'm sorry, hello. Okay, here is another beauty thing. Don't just get the missions book and just do the missions. Every one of these days, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, has an extra mission attached to it. So for your older students, advanced students, challenge them to do an extra one as well. Okay, so there's awesome ideas. So there's 30 extra missions because of this day plan thing that's done for you. It just goes on, and it leads into things like doing real life things like Google Earth stuff. And it gets to the really crux of it is at the end, they start doing sketches. So they're doing actually skits that they're practicing with interchangeable vocabulary, and they're practicing real life things like shopping, going to a restaurant, things like that. So it builds very scaffolded, very beautiful. Let me show you, if you are interested, this is what you do. Go to educorock.com, and the first thing that you should do, if you haven't done this already, is you see this free lessons online learning. Click on that, and there's like enough free resources to last your career. But the one here that you hopefully already have is right here. This is the one that we've been having fun with right here, okay? And what goes with it is the very first one right here, okay? Which is regularly $50 for the full color, 108 pages thing with all the evaluation tools, all the tools that you need, everything like that, which is down to $40 Canadian, but do not pay that. Click on here because Julie from Educorock gave me discount code to pass along to you. So add to cart. So I type in missions 25, and then I believe there's another 25% off. So it's down to $30 Canadian, which is, like I said, free when you convert it in United States money, because that's how low the Canadian dollar is. What's great about the Educorock website is at the very top, you can pick from a few different So look at the British pound, US dollar, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, et cetera, et cetera. That's if you want to pick up that missions playground book. Before I let you go, these are the 3 things that we're doing today. So we did the Kahoot already. This is when you go to rockyourclass.com/events. We've already done the live Kahoot. Do you understand 1,100 students, parents, teachers from all over the world registered? We had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of students playing Kahoot at the same time, breaking the barriers of isolation together and getting parents geeked about French. So we did that. Then you incredible, wonderful people joining me right now. And then at 8 o'clock, I'm going to be talking about those awesome subjects of the day, riddle of the day, things, those videos, 9 hours worth of videos, 310 short TikTok-like videos. Anybody students on TikTok? Anybody? Students on TikTok? Anybody? Okay, you upload the little TikTok video, they watch it, they do what DJ Delph says in the video, and they hand you back the work. It's that easy. Next week, oh my gosh. Okay, next week, let me just do this. Here we go. Tuesday, live Kahoot. Thursday, a live interview and singing with Etienne. Live Kahoot again. It's a different game than this week. And then another live interview and singing with Etienne. And every week, we're going to change the guests. So we're going to do more live interviews. Type in the box "we" if you like the idea of mixing now Kahoots with live interviews for our students to engage with other French-speaking people across the world, across the globe. And here's a cool thing too, don't forget, when the students do these, they get a certificate of participation. So they get a Kahoot certificate, Have you ever got a Kahoot certificate? I don't think so. They get a Kahoot certificate that says that they played the game. You could actually use this for extra credit or bonus marks, and you could tell them, okay, to go ahead and go to this, and they will get it. So, oh my God, it was amazing. So when I mean amazing, this is what I mean. We now have a private anonymous platform to play. So that means there's no webcams, there's no chats, there's no Zoom bombing, nothing bad is going on. Today, we played our full Je me présente game. It was insane, 1,100 people. Okay, why am I excited too? Because it reminds me of my concerts where I get to do concerts in theaters and arenas with thousands and thousands of students. That's what it felt like. It was that kind of energy. It was really, really cool. So, somebody was asking, do I just email the link to the students? That's all you do. You just email the link and you say, show me your certificate, your Kahoot certificate when you're done. And then you can assign them an extra bonus mark or French credit or whatever you want to do. Okay? What is the appropriate level for the Kahoots? Great question. It is literally for any level. And the way I run it so that I'm covering everybody. So even if the Kahoot being read is maybe a little bit complicated for super beginner students and parents, don't forget parents are joining us, I help out as we're going through, so it's okay. But then the older students don't feel left out because they can actually read really quickly, figure it out on their own, and go ahead. So these are live events that will be always going on. Run wild, it's amazing. You go to rockyourclass.com/events, and then we've already been asked if we are going to open it up to math ones and science and English language arts and things like that. So I definitely believe in that. So I hope you do too. So don't get jealous if you start seeing things that are not necessarily language teacher stuff. Don't forget, so it's missions 25. You go to the educarock.com website, find the missions book, the downloadable, instant download. You instantly receive it right away, 108-page full color. But don't forget, missions 25 is the code that Julie from Educarock, thank you, set up for us. So I like that. Yes, if you get the missions book and you're going, okay, what did he say about uploading it again? I forget. All you do is you email Julie at Educarock, or you find me on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, wherever you want to find me, and then you just ask me, and I'll show you again how you use the print to file method. Take it, drag it up into a Google folder. That's what I do, or just upload it right into your program that you use, D2L, Edsby, Google Classroom, whatever it is that you're being forced or asked to use. Okay, does that sound good? Yeah. All right, thank you. Okay, I want to share this with you because not a lot of people know this, but we just received this proof. So we got proofs of this. This is a book that I wrote, and the timing is perfect. It's called Rock Your Class. It's called Creatively Impactful Teacher Rockstar Tips from A to Z, because I've got to live my life as Etienne. I've got to tour the world multiple times, doing arenas and theater shows with you and your students, thanks to you and your students. And everybody goes, wow, it must be awesome to be a teacher rock star. But my philosophy has always been, you are a teacher rock star, I'm a teacher rock star, we are Etienne. This whole thing, it's what it is. We are teachers, we're performers, we're rock stars, we are awesome, we are amazing. And so what I did was I took basically my 27 plus years of experience with stories from the road, doing concert stories from the classroom, and I parlayed them into really cool strategies with, all over this book are QR codes. And you just swipe the QR code if you like an idea, and boom, a lesson plan just plops onto your device. Here, okay? So I'm going to be sharing like a lot of these ideas almost as a like an author book talk or whatever, because there's 26 chapters because it's A to Z, right? And there's some crazy awesome stuff that we can do online. It's perfect timing, okay? So I don't know if you would be interested in participating in some of those sessions, but you can bring your math teachers, your history teachers, your English teachers, because I've taught all these subjects. And this is a general book for right across for all teachers. It's basically what I wished, okay, let me tell you. It's basically what I wished I knew when I was in teachers college. Okay, so thank you very much. Okay, God bless you guys. Take care, stay safe. That's very, very important. But tell your friends too, please, to join us. Tell them you get a certificate, your students get a certificate, everything. Let's stick together, please. Okay, take care.